Hey, what's up, everybody? Sunday night, and you're live here with Deezo and Stoneman for Table Talk. What up,
Yes,
Stone?
sir. Yo, what's up, Deezo? How
Not
you
much,
living?
man. Just chilling, you know what I'm saying? Staying busy at work, staying super busy at work. What about you?
As you should, and as am I, man. It's no joke out here, especially all the ripping and running in this heat, man. But
Oh, it's so serious, bro. There was a couple times because I was outside painting for like the last, few days. And
yo, sunshine.
hey, what's up, Sunshine? And there was a couple times, dude, where I was like feeling kind of lightheaded, you know?
Nah, it's real, bro. Got to stay hydrated for sure. Oh, and I want to let all our fans know. Um, I'm sorry ahead of time. My internet connection keeps going in and out. So every 10 minutes or so, I'm gonna pop back in. I'm sorry. I'll be getting a laptop within this week or so. So yeah. Thanks.
No worries. Appreciate you, Sunshine. Appreciate you. Shout to all the other channels. Shout to Street Beast West Coast, the OG Yard, Scrap Yard, Dirty South. Special shout to Heart in the Fight for hosting the show and making this a reality. And just want to give a couple shouts to a few of our sponsors. First up, we got Ascari Fight Gear. Shout to them. They got the best fight shorts that I've ever had are Ascari. So if you want some of this, hit them up at ascarifighter.com. We appreciate them. And one that we don't really talk about a lot is Flex CBD. I have this, the 4,000 milligram CBD infused topical cream. I have it, and it works really, really good for pain relief. And you know, if you just want to give your girl a massage or whatever, or if you want your girl to give you a massage, put some of that on, man, that shit is powerful for real, for real. And one other sponsor is champxmeals.com. Shout out to them for providing the best meal prep in the game. Use promo code Free Smoke for 30% off. Shout out to Free Smoke for getting that sponsorship. And yeah, you know, like Stoneman said, he's going to be coming in and out of stream.
So I'm back.
Get used to it and roll with the punches. It's turning spicy already, said Sunshine. You know, got to try this, the CBD oil, man. That shit is so strong. When I fought Mac at a couple events ago, I had like, you know, some pain on my face. So I put some of that pain relief cream on my face, not knowing that it was heavily mentholated. And like for the next hour, bro, I couldn't even open my eyes. I was like,
oh,
basically crying and shit. Like, oh fuck.
Damn. Oh, you know, when you rub it, it only gets worse. Damn.
I was trying to take pictures with people. My eyes were all fucking closed. It was so bad.
Look like you got beat up, huh?
Man, it was bad, dude. I tried to wash it off. That shit's strong, dude. It's hella strong.
Yeah. Have you tried the Tiger Balm or whatever?
It's like that times 10.
Oh, damn, it's stronger than Tiger Balm.
Yeah, I had the high face, exactly.
Good shit, dog. Good shit. I might have to look into that.
But yeah, man. So tonight, the question of the night is, what has been weighing on your heart? So with that, what has been weighing on your heart?
For me, I don't know. I guess the battle of right and wrong, maybe. Masculinity versus feminism in the man community, I want to say. You know, that's my only thing, is just thinking about the future for my kids, man. Are men gonna still be men, or is everybody just gonna be nullified and neutralized and neutered? You know, like what's going on? That's about it. Just
that's very deep though, and it's very relatable, because it's like Sunshine says, I feel that storm with the right and wrong battle, because it's not a Deezo thing or a Stoneman thing. It's a human thing, you know.
Morality. Yo, Zed.
But yeah, it's like you know, we all go through that struggle, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is a good one. Beverly Hills Ninja says, I've been focused on the anniversary. Me too, man. Shit, me too. I've been focused on, you know, trying to stay composed in my training. That's my main goal, because once the fight happens, I know that's the only thing that's really going to save me is keeping my composure. So I've been focusing on that. And same, Dirty Baller says same. Yeah, we got a lot of fighters will be coming on the show next week for the face-off. So if you guys want to check that out, be sure to tune in. And if you are a fighter and you're watching this and you want to be on the show for a face-off, make sure you hit me up in the fighter chat and tag your opponent. And what I'll answer also, what's been weighing on my heart is trying to make this money, man. Trying to just take care of my bills, you know. Like I started my own business, as you guys may or may not know, right after Stoneman started his, which was recently. So we both have new companies that we both started and that we're running and working in. So it's kind of cool that we're both going through it at the same time. But with that being said, I'm in one of those positions where I'm just trying to climb my way out of the bill pit. And so I just climbed out today, so I'm back up. So that's good.
Yeah, well, I did yesterday, man. So
nice.
I think we're right on time.
Fuck yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, I got my girl's birthday coming up on Wednesday too, so you know, had to.
Oh, Shit, I got my son's birthday party coming up on this Friday. So fuck, bro. I'm
See,
so glad.
so you really got to keep climbing.
Exactly. And
Yeah, no, but
yeah,
I definitely feel you on just getting to the money, because when there's a will, there's a way. But sometimes when you don't see the way, it can give you a little bit of anxiety. But hey, if you keep fighting the good fight, you're probably gonna win. You stick around long enough.
yeah, it's all about not quitting, I think. And
Yeah, no, for sure.
someone
On
who
some.
knows that all too well is going to be our first guest, who is disturbing the peace. And with that, I'm
Oh,
going to bring him
yeah.
in. What up,
What's up,
BTP?
gentlemen? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Good to
Yo,
see you. Good
yo.
to see you, Deezo, Stoneman, Stone Hands, fucking them up,
Hell yeah, it's always good to see you,
man.
big dog.
You know, it's weird that we bring up this topic right now because for a while I kind of felt pretty good. You know what I mean? I didn't have too much like weighing on my heart that I hadn't dealt with. What's up, dirty brother? But just this week, a very great man who I was very close to and who my dad was very close to. He was the gentleman that let us set up in his business for our business. So he let us
Mm,
use his parking lot to sell barbecue. And I know I didn't grow up with a grandfather, and this guy was basically kind of like a grandfather to me. And just this week, he passed away, and I'm tripping, man.
Damn.
I'm
Fuck,
sorry to hear it, man.
I'm tripping. Like I I don't want to be that. I don't want to have my kids grow up with no grandfather, and that's what I always thought, and that's it's gonna happen like that. Uh, and so I'm just right now. What's weighing on my heart is figuring out how I'm gonna be a good grandfather. I want to be a fucking good grandfather. I want to be a good father.
Yeah, yeah,
Because even regardless of being a good father, I still gotta take care of myself and love myself in the way that the men in my family were cursed not to. They weren't allowed to
Mm,
love themselves like that. They just bit the bullet and did everything for their family. And I want to do that, but I want to take care of myself too because they all die. They all die too fucking early. Too fucking early. And it pisses me the fuck off, bro. Everyone's saying I'm off, and why am I not talking shit to my opponent this time? I don't give a fuck about my opponent.
right.
I don't ever compete with my opponents. I'm competing with myself, and I'm competing with the people that came before me. They want me to be better than them. They
there you
want
go.
me to be better than them. It's not a ego thing. It's a progression thing. That's my blood. Of course, I want them to be better than me. Isaiah, you're gonna be
Or
better than me, boy. You're
Right.
gonna be better than me. And it's not on you. It's on me. Now I have that responsibility, buddy. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're already such a good kid, and you're such a better kid than I was. So, and you're bigger than I was. You're stronger than I was, both mentally and physically. And I love you, buddy.
And for
And
those who don't know,
for my
Isaiah,
kids,
that's your brother, right?
yeah, my little
Yes.
brother. I don't have kids. That's just him. But man, like that's so important. Being a father is so important. Having a father is so important. And I'm sorry to those of y'all who don't have a father, and it's up to you now. Now that I'm sorry, it's not your fault, but it's your responsibility to learn those good traits and to wait to be a father and to do it right. Do it right,
Mm,
man, and have yourself grow first before you can be responsible for a life. You need to have to live your own life first before you take on the responsibility of having to guide somebody and be a leader. You know what I mean? The first thing my dad taught me to do is to be a leader. And you don't have to be a
hmm
boss to be a leader. You don't have to be
yeah,
a boss to be a leader. Now you can be the janitor and run that bitch because it's just all about how you carry yourself, and it's all about the respect you have. You know what I mean? And just the respect for yourself and the respect for others, man. And that's all I
yep.
want to teach my kids in the
Dignity,
future. And that's what's been
respect.
weighing on my heart, man, because I keep losing the people that have taught me all these good fucking lessons, and I feel like a fucking the only one in the castle fucking with all these ideas and shit. So I just want to pass that on, and I just want to
DTP,
inspire.
let me bring this up to your attention. You always have them. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, like he was saying,
Yeah.
they're always there. You know, I don't know, man. For me, you know, the people that I love who have passed and come and gone, I I always feel them here in memory. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sorry I got cut off, but you still have them, man.
No.
The fact that you were blessed to be able to even meet those people, there's trillions and billions of variables out there in the world. If you would have, stopped to tie your shoe while you're walking down the street, you might not have met somebody that you were supposed to meet. So, just keep your head high and know that, those questions that people will have. Oh shit, how is he so wise? Or whoa, how did he know about that? They'll feel the presence, of the people that you've lost and that you've been
Yeah.
blessed to cross paths with,
I'm
man. But you're an amazing guy
I'm
yourself,
never
man. I definitely see that you've been around some great people
Yep.
because look at you, man.
thank you. Thank you,
Yeah,
man. Thank you.
like
I'm not gonna let it defeat me.
no.
I wear it on my face. I'm not afraid to cry. I'm not afraid to scream, because that's me, bro. I'm me. Don't worry about me. I'm worried about me, and I'll handle my shit. But that doesn't bother me, man. What bothers me is just that it happens,
Yeah.
and having to deal with that, and having to go through that, and that have seen that pain again. But I'm never gonna let it defeat me again, bro. I'm only gonna ever use it to propel myself forward and to keep fucking going. And it's just making me madder, and I don't have anybody to be mad at, so I channel it into my opponents. I don't even give a fuck about who they are. It could be the fucking Terminator, and I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna
Hmm.
fucking kill you.
As you should. As you should.
Yeah.
And we can see it. We can see the it's like a laser focus that you have, and
Mhm.
no matter how much you
That's what I
go,
said. It's not their fault, but it's their problem. You know.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, like I can see that you fully embraced and accepted all aspects of life, good and bad, and you're using them to your advantage. And
Yeah.
I think it's
And
a
it still
beautiful.
hurts. That's the worst part. You can master that, and it still fucking
Yeah,
hurts, man.
exactly. It still
Yeah.
fucking sucks, dude. It still
Yeah.
sucks.
But that's what makes life so beautiful too, man. All those beautiful moments that you have. That's what. Just hey, if you got somebody, call them, bro. Call and give them
Mm.
a call. Tell them a joke. Ask them how their day was. Fuck, I'll take being in an argument with my dad one more time over not talking to him ever again, any day. You know what I mean? So just call somebody. Call the people that you love.
That's super deep. Yeah, I was having a conversation with someone earlier, and we were talking about meaning and struggle and how they correlate. And I was telling him that I believe there's no meaning without struggle, and or without the possibility of struggle. And we all know it's gonna happen. Like we're gonna struggle, but
Yeah.
that's what makes life so meaningful. Is going through it, you know what I mean, and being built up by hard times and adversity. But the hard times and the adversity, they still fucking suck, dude. They still suck.
Yeah.
So
And
fuck,
it's
dude.
just life is just learning how to live with that suck, man.
Right.
And trying to help others to live with that suck. Because why would you keep that to yourself? Why would you let people feel like they're alone when you felt that same way? Why not reach out? Be like, hey, you're not alone. That's what some of our friends, needed to hear, and what I needed to hear, and what I heard at some times in my life. So
Yeah.
nobody talks about us being sad. Everyone wants us to just shut the fuck up and bite the bullet. But hey, man, like
Yeah,
whoever's out
like
there, you fucking struggling, you can talk to me. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
like DMX
hit me
said
up.
in in one of his songs, he said, "To live is to suffer, but to love is to find meaning in the suffering."
That's super deep.
Yeah,
Straight up,
That's su-
hell yeah.
that's
straight
super deep.
up. But yeah, no, we definitely see it, man. Definitely a poster boy for fighting through adversity and not giving a fuck. For sure,
Hmm.
for sure. And we're excited to see, you use this fuel to propel somebody else's draw to, another state all over
The
again.
fucking in the audience. I'll sign that shit.
Just spray them all
For
over the
real.
fucking. Everybody takes it with them home.
Just blood boogers everywhere.
Nah, if I get another blood booger, I'm gonna grab it off the floor and I'm gonna eat that shit, dude.
Oh, bro, I
Sensation
saw
style.
that photo you posted of the high definition photo of the blood booger coming out. Oh
yeah,
man,
that shit's so
it
gnarly.
came out and it went right back in. It was like, oh, what the fuck?
It went to the other side. It was so crazy. It's like, oh.
That shit was
God
too
is good, man. God is
so
good,
you
and
have
I've been
a
nothing
fight.
but blessed this whole time.
Amen. And so you have a fight coming up this week.
Yeah. Wednesday is the fight, and fly out tomorrow morning. So I'll be
Holy
gone out of here 7 in the morning.
D2 motherfucking P.
I'm calm though, man. It's real fucking business as usual. I have the really like the luxury of only ever having hard fights. In Street Beefs I only had hard fights. I only fought people didn't want to fight.
Yeah.
And in Power Slap I always get like hard fights, so I don't give a fuck, dude. It's business as usual. I don't have to psych myself up for nothing. I'm just like,
Are they giving you
let's fucking play, big boy.
The premium platinum plus package when they fly you out and all that? Like they taking care of you?
They fucking pay for everything, bro. They can put me on a donkey, and if they pay for it, then I'm down.
Ride me into
they're
town.
cool.
Put me in the
right. You buy me a new hat and a fucking donkey, I'm fucking make the journey myself, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody. In the shadow of the valley, and I would like to settle down.
Got a ghost back there.
Wide open space. This is the Ghost Rider.
Oh damn!
Winds on my face. A distant horizon. The moon on the grid.
That voice.
In the shadow of the valley that I love best.
Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
You got a great voice, bro.
That's another one, man. Just fucking sing it out. Whenever I can't hit anything, I just start belting that shit out. Whether you rock and roll, country, fucking rap, whatever you gotta do, sing that shit out and let that emotion flow through you, man. Because otherwise, it's gonna just hurt you in the end. You gotta let that shit go.
For sure. I feel that. Do you know who you're gonna be fighting?
Yeah, James Stonier. He's ranked number 5. I'm ranked number 2 right now. So I'm just gonna try to maintain my rank a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just a quick lightweight to keep you warm, huh?
Yeah, I like this guy, bro. He knocked out a super heavyweight, so no bullshit to him. He's a good fucking guy, but whatever, man. Fucking, I'm gonna hit all my opponents this strength as hard as I can. So we'll see.
Bro, I would not want to get shot by anybody, but definitely not you, fool.
Man, I put my whole fucking ass behind
body into it for sure. We see it.
Got to, bro.
I know you surprised the fuck out of Gorilla Pino the first fight y'all had. Well, the only fight y'all had. You know, he had that little walk around. Yeah, man. You know,
that's the only fight.
That's this guy. You know, he beat up a injured rhino, injured as fuck rhino, and you know, man.
Shit, I wasn't injured.
At you like, I'm about to do the same to this guy. Y'all better watch out.
Injured rhino and shit.
Bro, you know what's funny is I challenged him to MMA because I knew he did Muay Thai. So I challenged him to MMA, and he's like, "Nah, let's box." And I was like, "Sick." I like that better.
Zeddy has a question, and it is, how hard is it not to step after slapping?
It's not hard from how they explain the rules, but I guess I don't know. Some refs interpret the rules differently because once you hit the point of contact, you're able to move. You can walk away. Like point of contact, you have to not move until the point of contact, and after the point of contact, you could fucking walk away. So like that last stepping foul that I got, it was a definite like nullified. It shouldn't have been a stepping foul. Even Bisbing said it. You know what I mean? So
Damn. So that's
That
what
was
happened.
I'm
crazy.
not blaming the refs or anything. You know what I mean? It's not hard to not do it, but I just think it
Scorpio
happened
was
so fast. Yeah, the call was dumb. Yeah, but it happened so fast, and then I think like it's out of like laziness or whatever. They don't want to go back and review it, but whatever. They're like, oh, it takes too much time.
You know,
Why do
everybody
you
has
have
their
fucking
biases and
Why
shit.
do you
You
have a
know,
million
they want
dollars worth of
to-
fucking cameras, but then you don't want to go and review? This
yeah,
makes
yeah, you
little
know how
sense
that
to
is.
me, but
Bro, you make such
it
a good
makes
point.
it makes little sense to me. But I'm not paid to have it make sense. I'm paid to put on a show. So
Hey,
like,
then
my attitude now is not. I don't give a fuck about winning, dog. I'm going out there to fucking win the fans over. I'm going
yo,
out there to fucking put on a goddamn show. If I win by doing that, sick. If I lose, I'm gonna lose in the sickest way possible. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. No, that's exactly what's gonna get the people on your side.
Yeah.
Almost
Like I know
make
I lost my last match. Dwayne won 10K, but I won motherfucking 5K followers the next
no,
day. Like, so we'll see who actually won. You know what I mean?
going back
So
to the
fuck it,
referee
man.
thing. My bad. Going back to the referee thing, it feels like how Zed said. It feels like the refs aren't confident in enforcing the rules yet, and it reminds me of the beginning of Street Beast West Coast when like Zed, for example, was a new ref, and we had new refs that didn't really look as professional as they do today 3 years later. So in time,
Yeah.
hopefully slap refs will get better as well.
He tried to call me for. I just don't think that they like the showboating thing because I think Power Slap likes it. I'm not sure that the commission likes it.
Mm.
But whatever. You know what I mean? Because I slapped him with a pool noodle. It's disrespectful, but who cares? You know what I mean? We're slapping each other in the face, breaking my nose. I'm gonna hit you with the fucking pool noodle. I didn't see a problem with it, but
He slapped
I
him
just
with
think
the
that
balloon. He's all.
I've been wanting to do that for 5
Not a big
times.
deal. Slapped him with the balloon on live TV. No big deal.
The first two we used to hold the towel. The first two we used to hold the towels. So I was gonna whip him with the towel. That was my first idea, but then but then I wanted to hit Frank the Tank with it, but I was like, nah, he's too nice. And then
Just
with Darius,
tortillas
I don't know.
slapped him with the towel.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Just wet the
Smack.
tip of it. Yeah.
Slapped on the head, a noodle, and started crying.
He started pointing at the back of his head like, hey, back of my head, damage. Like,
Oh.
come on, bro. Jesus Christ, man.
Bruh. Well, I
Well,
can't.
whatever, man. People are gonna try to do everything they do want to win. It's not about like winning. It's about defeating your opponent. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah.
can defeat them, but you didn't beat them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or
you
you
should
can
have
beat them,
whooped
but you
Speaking of that,
didn't defeat them.
you
I
towel
got a
whip him
quick
in the
question.
sack.
Sorry, y'all. I got a quick question. Is there any type of workout routine or anything that you do that you think you do different than other people that might help people get to where they want to be?
Um,
Because stamina is the biggest thing, but also maintaining the strength. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think it's honestly like the way I've lived my life. I'm kind of conditioned for it because I don't have to do anything special. I didn't really change
Mhm.
anything other than like my style of boxing. Um, kind of helped me out because I don't really give a shit about getting hit. I'll throw my hands down to land a shot. And then I played football, so I kind of got used to being conditioned to hitting people in football. I made all state in football, so I was smacking motherfuckers, playing with a concussion. You got used to shaking that shit off. Uh, I think it's just conditioning, you know what I mean, over time. And then
And
as
staying
far as like
conscious.
actual workouts, I don't know, work out the muscles that you think you need to slap, you know. Uh, like I can message you exactly what I do, but honestly, a lot of it is just muscle memory. I don't do too much actually.
Scorpio makes a good point.
Yeah, yeah. That's my highest liked comment was, man, my mom used to smack me harder than that. It's like
No,
Yeah, for
5K
sure.
likes, 6K likes.
bro, I still to this
Yeah.
day
But
haven't
yeah,
been hit as hard as I got hit when I was little, getting slapped by my mom, dude.
yeah, because you're like 60 pounds, she's like
Right.
130 pounds.
It's like a 70
Yeah,
pound weight
It's like a
difference.
heavyweight.
Yeah.
She was fucking. You were lightweight, fucking with a heavyweight.
Don't move.
Shoot. For real,
It's
I
just the
still got
pop
more
of the
scars on
smack.
my fucking body, dude. Fuck.
The pop of the smack too. That pop of the smack. That shit sucks, man. That's why I have
Oh my,
these gross beers to take away the pop. It still feels like it still hurts. It just takes away
Yeah,
some
but
of
it's
the
a little
fucking cut
slide. It's a
damage.
little slide. It's a little one.
It
I
just ends
remember.
up feeling like a punch, honestly, because it gets
Yeah,
stuck. It's-
I remember getting knocked out by Mook. That was the closest I've been to getting hit as hard. But even then, I didn't really feel it. I just saw the sparks, and next thing you know, I was sitting down. I was like, well, that was fucking hard. If you fear the chancla, you're ready. Man, my mom used to tell me all the time, don't move. And the other one was move your hands.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that one sucks,
I had to
bro.
just stand there and
I just
take it.
feel
So I'm
like
ready to start.
dads would be like reasonable about it. Dads would be like reasonable about like, okay, just get 1, 2, 3, and then go away. You know what I mean? But moms will freak out, karate chop the door down, smack you with a belt in your hands.
Well, I mean,
I
moms know that they
didn't
have like
I
a
didn't
certain timeline of being like feared and dangerous.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
they know like once we get to about like 15, 16, yo, mom, I'll toss you out the fucking window, keep fucking around with me. So they gotta beat your ass early to make you think that, when you get older they still got it. So it's really for bloodlust, for the it's for the memory of it, I think.
That's so
Obviously going in.
real shit. I carried that
Hell
anxiety with
yeah.
me all the way well into my adulthood years, bro. Like always afraid
Yeah,
of
like my mom's gonna fuck me up again,
some,
and then you're like, hold on, I fight grown ass men. Like,
yeah.
if I really thought about it,
It's
you
fucking
couldn't do shit to me,
I,
mama.
bro. My
Not
mom
my
was my
mama
first
though. She
sparring
watched
partner.
me.
The
Oh yeah,
first
you
person I
did
ever
say
fought
that.
was my
Yeah.
mom. So that always gave me PTSD. I'm always thinking she's gonna throw a head kick. And then when I got older, she started fucking hitting me in the nuts. I'm like, Mom, that's not funny. And she would just crack up, just start laughing, cackling. I'm like, you're a witch.
Hell yeah.
uh, I'm gonna jump out of here, guys. You guys got
Yeah,
other
man.
guests and stuff. I don't want to take too much of your time. I love you guys, and every ass whooping I got as a little kid, I absolutely deserved. So don't think I got abused. I needed it, and it made me the man I am today.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer:
No,
no DTPs were hurt in the making of this human. But anyway, I'll see you guys later, man. Have a good one.
Peace,
all right,
man. Thanks for
bro.
coming
Be good. Be
Yes, sir.
safe.
Yes, sir.
out. Man, what a guy. What a fucking guy.
Yeah.
I love having DTP on.
Yeah, man. We got to hear his voice and all that shit too. It's like, damn, it's so much of DTP. He
That
needs
was
his
deep.
own show.
Yeah, for real. That was hella fucking. He does have a show, I think. I thought.
Does he?
I think
I might have
so.
to check it out then.
Well, on the Barefisted podcast. I'm pretty sure that's what
Oh,
it's called. So shout to them. If y'all aren't on or subscribed, go ahead. I'm gonna catch up on some comments real quick. We got Scorpio. My mom would tell stories how her parents would have her pick the switches for punishment and was like, thank goodness you didn't, because we only had cactus. Imagine getting whooped with a fucking cactus, bro. That'd be bad. That'd be bad. And he says, yeah, barefisted. That's the name of the podcast. So that's cool. So yeah, we lost Stoneman again. And with that, I'm gonna bring the next guest on, and it's an East Coast legend. So welcome, Ryu Senin. You are on the air. How's it going, bud?
What's going on, everybody? East Coast Legend is so kind. I appreciate the love that I receive because I don't think I'm that cool.
Yeah, it's hard because when people tell me like how highly they think of me, I'm like, man, I don't see it, but I do appreciate it.
That's all I can do, you know.
Yep. Because I can see it. I can see it. Hi, Sensei.
What's going on, Scorpio? We get the train and roll, so no worry, man. I'm gonna get you ready. Future combat karate, future champ, right there, man.
Yeah.
Yo, Ryu.
Stoneman, what's going on?
Man, same shit, different toilet. Good to see you though, big dog.
Yo, thank you so much
Not
for
in a
having me.
gi? Are you wearing
Oh,
regular clothes and a chain and hat right now?
yeah, man. I don't wear the gi often or full I'm like that. You know, I'm more of a regular, everyday kind of guy. I can't
Nah,
walk
dude, it
around
was
here all day.
there was a conspiracy that you slept in your gi, dude.
Bro,
But you guys see
that
it here now. You know, you'll probably stand up. You'll probably still have the pants on. But hey, look, at least you're wearing a regular shirt and a hat. You know, that's cool.
man, we keep on kicking out here.
Yes,
It's a custom.
sir.
Shout
That's
out
just
to the
drip right
twin.
there.
Shout out to the twin. AJ Kick 101.
That's drip.
Did
Yo,
Shinny help
that's the
you
question
gi?
right there. Was he out there? I listen.
Oh
Did
yeah,
they pay
no,
extra for that?
we went some rounds yesterday actually at Syndicate because he was out here and he wore the gi. I mean, I have a gi, but well, I had a gi. I lost it when I lost my storage and all that. If you know me, you know, like all that bullshit. But yeah, nah, man. Yeah, he came out full gi or whatever. We got some MMA rounds into. It was pretty fucking lit.
That's
Respect.
dope. And he also worked with you, right? In your company or whatever?
Oh yeah. No, yeah, I definitely had him help me on like a move or two. I think two moves or whatever.
In
Yeah,
the
it was
gi?
definitely. No. I mean, that's what I asked him too. He had the little knee pads on that would match his gi, so I'm like, oh, okay. So he took a piece of it.
Like I gotta have something.
Would have been all
Gotta have
times, you feel me?
Like it gave him a little power or something. I don't know. Oh, what's up
Oh,
with you, Ryu, man? Everybody knows you. Everybody loves you, man. Like, everybody tells me that they got a little, a little private chat with you because you're just that guy, man. What's up with you? What you got going on?
Listen, man, I honestly I be chilling. Like I wish I did more, but I'm getting a bunch of kids ready, building a team nowadays. We're getting
oh
ready
yeah.
for more tournament stuff, just trying to rack up wins, get the prize money, just
The
real life
prize
Cobra
money.
Kai stuff, you feel me?
There you go. Get the gold. All the gold.
Trying. Yo,
Yes, sir.
Scorpio need to chill.
What do you say?
Well, what happened? Let me check the comments.
Stoneman asked for a favor and Shinny had knee pads. Oh.
That's crazy.
This is not that type of show.
Nah, bro, we don't.
Tell me you're a youngster without telling me you're a youngster.
Yo, my
Hope y'all
man,
be
this is
taking
not
the
the show for smoke. This is not a smoke
Yeah,
show.
no,
This is
definitely.
I wasn't gonna highlight that comment, but I think Daniel's here and he probably highlighted that comment. But he says he's done. He says he's done.
all right. You
But
behave,
so
young man. I raised you
I
better.
want to ask what, if anything, has been weighing on your heart lately?
What's going on my heart is, at least with me, it feels like that. I like to create opportunities for people. I'm a very I love to give back. I will always give back to people, and I just feel like I create so many opportunities for people, and they just choose to not pursue these avenues, and they constantly
It's
complain
so sad.
about the
It's so
life
sad.
that they're living, and I'm like
It's
bro,
so sad
I'm giving you my hand, my hand is out here for you to take, but
that
you
you don't
just
have to,
Mhm.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's so sad.
like
It's like, why even tell me something, knowing that I'm a guy that fixes shit, that
Yeah.
wants to help you and see you win, and then you don't take the, you know what I mean?
yeah, like
You
it
just
kills me.
absolutely drop everything and then remind me that you have a problem that I can help you with. Like, yeah, no, I'm
A lot of times
just
the
cycle.
solution is more is like, oh fuck, that I don't want a solution. I just want you to listen and then tell me that
Attention.
it'll be okay and then cut my balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I think for me, like, I think I'm learning how to navigate those people more by like not giving a fuck about what they're talking about. Like instead of being like, man, hey, dude, I feel you. I've been there. I had this going on, da da da. Rather than being like, okay, I feel you. Damn, that sucks. Just saying NPC shit. You know what I mean? And
Nah, I
it's
feel that.
weird because they respond to that. Like
right.
they respond to that like it seems like that's the response they really wanted. Like, damn, that sucks. That's all they wanted. So
Yeah.
it's like, all right, not you
And that
know, no sweat off my fucking back.
it kills me because like it's just like there are people I've known for like not even years but decades, and I'm just like, bro, what are you on? Where like do you like I just start to ask people like, do you want to be miserable? Like, do you want to be unhappy? Because
Their
it seems like
evolution
that's
to
the
stop.
choice you're making. Like,
Yeah.
you
Their
have the
evolution
tools.
to stop. They just their brain stopped growing at like 16.
You just gotta let those type of people suffer and die in their hell. That's
Like,
all it really is. Because it's a choice at that point, you know. It's like they love
Yeah,
their hell, they want to be in it, so it's like you just can't
yeah,
stop being in it.
it's their constant.
yeah,
Right.
that constant.
That
But
you know.
you know, you lie in the bed that you make. So your bed's dirty, then guess what you living in?
Unfortunately,
And that kind of you know leads me to this next question that I wanted to ask is
hmm
is it because you know do you feel like you have a choice to feel the way you feel about the people that you're talking about, or do you think it's just who you are? Do you understand what I'm trying to ask?
yeah. I would say definitely a choice in the matter because, like Stoneman was saying, like I now choose to just respond like an NBC, where it's just like, "Damn,
Mm,
bro, that sucks, sir. Damn, man, hope you figure that out." Because it's like I poured so much of myself, giving you so much of my energy, my time, effort to help you, and you don't want to take that offer. I'm
hmm
not gonna waste my time and energy when I can be out doing other things. I can be out working on stuff for me, making myself better, helping out the people that do appreciate what I'm doing for them. So I do feel like at that point it's a choice on myself to continue to do what I'm doing, knowing it's not gonna change anything, or go, all right, I'm wasting my time to switch gears and like, do other stuff. Like,
No, I feel that. I feel that.
you know, the fighter chat gets a little crazy now and again, and like sometimes I just look and be like,
Yeah, it's real tough for me to do that. I usually just end up saying whatever I want, but you know, it's in those times where I do have the whereabout to like say, oh fuck that, it's not worth my time, and I just go on with my day. Those are my most peaceful days, you know,
exactly.
because it's like a circle, a vicious cycle, how you
It's
said,
just like
because
you just frustrate yourself.
it's like I love people and I want to help, but then at the same time, it's like it's not really my job to help them or my responsibility. So I'll do what I can, but I'm not gonna unless I'm extra like in the mood to argue. I'm not gonna argue with people. You know what I mean?
No,
But
I feel that because
sometimes I
yeah.
do.
Sometimes I'm like that too. You will see me every now and then. I'll be like, you know what? I got time today. But it's not a constant because like I don't always have that kind of time. I could just sit there and go, all right, get my fingers ready today. Other days I'm just like, nah, I'm busy. Like I look at it, I don't respond because I'm busy. I'm like, or like if I gotta scroll way back up, missed it.
Huh? For real, for real.
I'm
And you
like,
know
we gotta
another
come
thing
back
too
later.
is right. Another thing too is when I'm like when I don't have anything to do and I want some entertainment, I'll hit up old chats that I need to catch up on. You know what I mean?
Yep. It's like I got time to dick around today, make some fun out of this.
Yeah. Hey, but so you said that you're training some youth in martial arts, right? What kind
Yes.
of what kind of fulfillment do you get from that? Like, can you talk a little bit about that?
I want to say the impact and the fulfillment is next level. So I'm a short story here, but like I always taught kids, but I never like really took on individual like one on one as like I'm your mentor now, like I'm gonna guide you through stuff until I was at like probably the lowest point in my life where like I lost my fiance, I lost two kids, and like I was really just like down bad where I'm just like, yo, like what am I even doing? Like what like my path is just so crazy. I don't know if this is like for me. And I ended up, I'll never forget, I helped one person. Like I helped one kid. They were a teenager. I helped them, still talk to them to this day. And I helped her through a very rough part of her life. And that kind of hit me like, wait a minute, like I think this is what I'm supposed to do. I think
Mm,
Mhm.
this is why I got into this. And then one kid turned to two, two turned to five. Now I got like 11 to 12 that are like directly under me that I'm trying to help guide them through life. Where it's more than just me teaching you how to punch, more than just teach you how to kick, but how to navigate life and how to deal with like personal struggles, deaths in the family, just how to deal with like real life stuff. And that fulfillment has really changed how I look at martial arts. Has changed how I look at what I do. Because I mean, at the time, I'm just like, oh, I'm just a dude. I teach you how to fight every now and again. Like that's the extent of what I thought I was. And it wasn't until I was in a terrible place where I saw the impact I could have so that they don't end up or feel like I do. And like that shit hits knowing that I have such an impact. Like I think probably 3 days ago, one of the kids that I mentored, she moved to Florida. She's been gone for about a year and a half now. She came something completely unrelated, and like she made it a point to come back to the school to find me, and that was like, yo, I really like had an impact on somebody, you know?
Yeah, that's dope. That's super dope. And even if it's just one person, you know, it's still worth it, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Is there someone who was like real impactful in your life?
Real impactful in my life. Damn, when I was younger, definitely my grandmother. She definitely she helped guide me when I was young because I mean, you know how like in black families, the grandma's kind of like that centerpiece of the family. Like she keeps everything together. And I remember I lost her when I was young. I probably had to be about like 8 or 9, and after that, I kind of just like was just directionless, just kind of navigating through life. Like just everything I experienced was like I had to figure out for myself, kind of thing. Like mind you, I had good parents and everything. Like my parents were good. If they're watching this, you guys did good. You know, no problems here. Don't beat me. You know, but I just felt like that. I never could like talk to anybody as a kid, so like I just kept everything inside and just like tried to navigate through life myself. And that's probably one of my worst traits. That's probably like one of the worst traits I still carry to this day. That I don't talk to anybody. If I have any problems with life, I just keep everything inside and I just thug through life. Like I know that's not good. Kids don't do that. People don't do that. Always try to find someone to talk to. It's never good to keep anything inside. And like I know this, I tell this to other people, but it's still something like it's a problem I have still.
But you know, I think all it takes is realizing that that's something you need to work on, and then the rest is going to solve itself. You know, I'm a firm believer in not really ascribing anything good or bad to yourself. Just being who you are. If you notice something that you want to change, you know you want to do it. That's all it really takes is knowing that you want to do it, and then just live life, and it will just all fall into place. You know.
Yeah, and I feel like if you're strong enough to internalize that shit.
Sure.
Store it there and go to that pocket when you need to. But if you need help, be honest with yourself. You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't internalize it to where it hurts you. If you know how to deal with it and internalize it to use it for positivity later, then yeah, because that's gonna come out in those extra pull-ups. That's gonna come out in that heavy bag work. That's gonna come out in that third round. You know what I mean? End of the fight, last burst. Like you know. But if you do need some support, it's always good to know that you have people around you that care. So yeah, for sure, seek help if you need it. If you're not, you know, stay undefeated.
Yes, that's it.
And a lot of times, all it takes is just like having a brother or two that you have to talk to, and it's not like you don't really even need advice most times because as men, I feel like for the most part, we already know what we got to do. You know what I mean? It's just it just makes it a little bit easier to bear when you know someone else is going through the same type of struggle that you are. You know what I mean?
Or that somebody just fucking cares. Yeah, because you know, us as men, we're just told like, you know, keep crying. I'm gonna give you a reason to cry, or
shut the fuck up, or I'm gonna slap you again, type shit.
Yeah.
Or don't look at her and don't talk to her, or else I'm gonna take your kids away. No, I'm just kidding.
whoa. No, man, that's a valid point. Just having people that care is definitely a big part of it.
Right.
My bad, bro. My bad,
Stoneman's back. Don't worry, we carried the team. We carried it. Don't worry.
It's all good.
Just that somebody cares, because like you know, us being men, we're always told, oh, I'm gonna give you a reason to cry. You keep crying or whatever. No, like, I tell my kids, hey, feel that emotion. You need to cry that shit out. But you gonna do what the
Yeah.
fuck I just told you to do. I don't care
Right.
if it
Exactly.
hurts your feelings. I told you. I've been told you this over and over. So I don't give a fuck. So if you gotta do whatever you gotta do, make sure you take care of what I said when you're done with them.
Right. Have a breakdown. Take your 5, 10, 20 minutes,
You
whatever
gotta
it
go
is,
through it.
and then get right back on the fucking
You
grind.
gotta go through it. Or even me, like, I got married young, I had kids young. I had my
Same.
first kid at 16, got married at 18.
Wow.
Marriage lasted about 3 years or whatever. But so I'm hitting a divorce at 21 years old. You know what I mean? 3 kids later. So like for a while I was internalizing those feelings and all that and keeping everything quiet. But once I really let it out, I was able to free myself from that, with loving her and all that bullshit. And just realizing, hey, it's time to let this shit go. Let it out, let it run its course, because it's just chemicals in the brain. That's what I see emotions as, I think
Yeah.
scientists and neurologists
Yeah.
that it's just chemicals in the brain, endorphins,
Right.
things you have to release and move on from it, for sure. Mental health, though.
It's kind of like being drunk. There's your body has a blood alcohol content and it's in your blood, and then once it's gone, it's gone. Like once you have an emotion, those hormones or whatever the fuck are released into your bloodstream, and the only way to get rid of them is to let them run their course.
That's it.
And discipline comes when you don't let that affect you in your decision making process.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I know. Actually, funny enough, I actually had something out of this. It was when I flew to the West Coast, right? So I'm going to fight Shanny, and there was a point in time. One of the things like the day before, like the night before. And I just in my mind, I'm like, bro, like, what if he head kicks me, man? Like, what if that happens? Like, 'cause you always have that moment where you're just like, what if, right? And I was just like, fuck, bro, like, what if this man head kicks me? Like, what if I go out? Like, what? Like, can I retire like that? Can I be happy with that ending? Like, would I like all these what ifs are going in my head now, and I'm just like, fuck, yo, like, who do I talk to about this kind of stuff? Because like I'm on the West Coast, I can't talk to the West Coast guys about it. Like it's just not gonna work that way. So, and the East Coast isn't really like as tight as the West Coast is. So I'm just like, damn, bro, who am I gonna talk to? And like, I'll never forget that.
Who did you just talk to?
I have a group chat on my phone with with all the kids that I mentor, or whatever. And I was just like, yo, like, what if I lose tomorrow? Like, what happens? And like, mind you, like 16, 17, like teenagers are like, they're like, gave me the most sound advice, which was so crazy to me. They're just like, you lose, so what? Like, you're still the same
Right.
person to us. Like, you're not. That's not going to change who you are to us. You're still this person to us. So we're gonna lose. It doesn't matter. Just do your best.
If you
I
lose
was
the
like,
Shinny, he's gonna be my new sensei.
Better just switch dojos. But that was like the best advice I could have heard. It was like, you're still gonna be like us. You're still gonna be like who you are to us. So win or lose, it doesn't matter. And I just sat there like, you know what? Y'all kind of spitting right now.
Right.
Yeah, let's go type shit.
Where I was like, yo, like, then after that, they hit me with the like, I could just hear the music in the background. Just, we believe in you. You can do this. And I'm just like, damn, bro. I can't lose now. Like, that was it.
What if they hit you with you're banished? If you lose, you're banished.
You lose,
Don't ever come back to the gym.
We're taking you out of the group. Don't even bring no sorry ass around here no more. We don't need you.
Don't want to hear nothing.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck. Oh
So
no, I'm just crying.
You lose your headband, you can't come back here no more.
Yeah, for real. Give me that belt. You don't deserve it.
You don't get shit no more. Give me that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Definitely, man. Having people that care about you can definitely change any moment of time. I feel like just knowing that someone is there for you, just like, yo, it changes your perception of like any situation that you're in, because you just know you got somebody back there. And I think that's like the best thing for you to have people at home watching us. Just have a group of people that genuinely care for you and want the best for you.
Yeah, I love that.
Perfect.
I love that. That's what we got here at Street Piece West Coast.
Yes.
I mean, in Street Piece, the OGR2 and the other branches, I'm sure as well. But because I'm from the West Coast, so I speak about the West Coast. It's real tight knit, and we really care about each other. And nothing but motivation and support, and at times even accountability. amongst each other. If I'm acting stupid, someone amongst the brothers, the fighters in the Street Beast West Coast is gonna let me know, and I need that sometimes.
Papa Wedo.
Exactly. He's gonna
He comes down and it's like, I gotta relax.
West Coast
I
very.
know, he's like the enforcer, huh?
Yeah.
Hey,
Wedo's
like
like a
keep
big
it
brother.
down over there.
Yo, honestly, he'd be like, you tell him Scorpio. Yeah, Scorpio got drafted, right? That's right. He was from the scrapper. He got drafted over here. So
You got drafted too, shit.
I did get drafted. I mean, I kind of I beat my way in here, but tomato, tomato. I'm here now.
Exactly. Yeah, you beat your way
wrong.
into the West Coast.
That's wrong. So what's it called? Where do you live?
I'm out of Jersey. I'm all the way the great lands of Jersey. Big and
New
big and cheese for
Jersey?
days.
New
Jersey. It's a Jersey thing, my boy.
Oh, that's where the accent comes from. Because when you first hopped on, I can hear a little bit of something, but I just didn't know.
Nah, he sounds like a fucking Cali boy through and through. What you doing, bro?
The West
Bring
Coast
your ass
is
back
on.
on the West Coast where you belong, dog.
Yo, I just go, where those? He keeps trying to get me. He's like, yo, just move, bro, just move. And I'm like, that would be kind of nice.
Kind of nice, exactly.
Yeah, nice.
That would be.
We
chill,
gonna start
dude.
a GoFundMe for you and all the kids' families that
Yes,
follow
yo,
you.
just send this all
Like
over.
everybody
A
will
whole
go.
army with open up a whole new school. Like, all right, y'all.
You know?
This boot camp.
Hey, I see it. I see it. Couple more pieces
like,
of gold on you.
Yeah, ever since I met you, like from a few months back to now, I feel like it seems like you've always been part of the West Coast. To me,
I think it's
like
just
you
honestly
just
my
mesh so
personality.
well. Yeah,
It's just the personality I have. Like I feel like the West Coast has like the most colorful characters, and just if you don't have that personality for that, it's gonna be a hard time. Like my personality, I used to wrestle back in the day, like pro wrestling, like all the flippy stuff, all that stuff. So like I traveled a lot back when I was younger. Like I've been around a lot. So meeting so many people who come from Cali who have like that, I can see why I get along with you guys so well.
No, it's real seamless, real seamless. And we're gonna go ahead and just because of time, we're gonna have to get Shinny on here. But real quick before we leave, I just want to say thank you for coming on. I appreciate you. And it's been great knowing you since in the short amount of time that I do know you. I feel like
Let's go.
We've gotten pretty close. So I do appreciate you, and I do want you to know that.
Listen, you guys ever need me, I'm here.
Thank you. Is there anything you want to say to the people in closing?
I want to say, guys, just chase your dreams, man. Just work hard, chase your dreams, get people in your life who care about you. You cannot go wrong. Just do your best. I mean, sometimes shit gonna suck, but what can you do except pull your pants up and be like, all right, but we got to keep it trucking. Because sitting there complaining will never change anything.
Facts. I love that.
Love that.
I love that. Yeah,
short and simple, man.
Yeah, short, sweet, simple, to the point, and easy to understand, very relatable. And I appreciate you for that. And with that, you have a great night, man. And
you guys, thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for coming on.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Peace.
Stay safe.
Stay.
Oh, damn. I didn't mean
to you gonna cut him off like that, dog?
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean
I'm out of here, too. Hold on. Let me use.
I'm sorry, Ryu. I'm sorry. That was a complete accident. Oh, man. That was fucking accidental. Yeah, Ryu's hella cool, dude. He comes from the East Coast, but I feel like he's a West Coast guy, honestly. Like,
man. Something about him, dude. Something about him.
He's different like that. He's different like that. And it's funny that he mentioned the head kick thing with Shinny, because a lot of people discount Shinny because he's like a big funny guy and he's like a lovable giant, but they don't know that he has actual skill. Like for real, he has skill.
That not only the skill, that's a big boy in real life. Like I don't care what anybody's saying. Like that's a big guy in real life. Like you gotta.
He's fucking strong, dude.
Yeah. Like we did MMA rounds or whatever, and Yeah. I think he reversed me. I was on top of him. He reversed me. No. He hit me with that hip toss.
With the hip toss, and I believe it because Shinny loves the hip toss. But I'm gonna bring Shinny in right now. You ready, Shin? Here we go. Shinny, what up?
What up?
Just in time for Stoneman to come back.
Perfect.
My bad. I was fucking rambling. I was just telling about that hip toss when you got that, almost got that arm bar on me.
Oh yeah. You're strong too, dude. He grabbed my belt when I tried to Sotogari him, and he used it to reverse me, and I was trying to fight through half guard. He kept me there, and then we reset, and I caught the hip toss and kept him in side control. But he's strong too, dude. Don't let Stoneman fool you just because I'm a little bit of a bigger dude than him. Dude is strong, bro. We were out there lifting heavy boxes.
Hey, if my bad, Shin, if you
Thank
can,
you.
please just try to talk a little bit slower because for some reason your mic is super low, so it's hard to kind of grasp what you're saying.
I might be a little far away from it. How's that? Is that better?
It sounds a little bit muffled, but I think we'll just push right through.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I think he's just excited because he's back home, man. After all this goddamn time, stranded out here for 2 weeks.
So tell us a little bit about that, Shin. Like from kind of not too long, but from the beginning to now. Like, what's up?
So when I went out for the big Smash Little Satan fight, I was starting to have some problems with my clutch, and Dirty Brawler, and his brother, the Killer. I think he's only fought once or twice. Are mechanics, but specifically his brother, the Killer. So he was like, you know what? We'll check it out for you. Da da da. And then they bled the system, and the clutch pedal stopped sticking. So they're like, just get the parts. And when you get the parts, we'll either fix it at the anniversary event, like when you come out before, like the night before, or if it gets too bad, you can always swing out here before that, and we'll take care of it. Help you out. So I ordered all the parts because it was getting really bad. And so I go out there, and they start working on it, and they discover my head gasket's blown.
Damn.
But it wasn't that bad. They decided to wait till the parts for that, got out there, because I get it, because if the head gasket's blown bad enough, that car's just dead anyway. Why work for anything else? So they fixed all that really quick, and then they started working on the original problem, and they couldn't figure out why there was still air in the slave cylinder when they replaced the slave cylinder. And then it turned out it was the line, and it's just been one thing after another. And then they put the clutch kit in, and the diaphragm on that was bad. And so it's just one thing after another. Then they had other stuff they had to do. Stuff kept coming up. It was crazy.
It's been an ordeal. It's been an
ordeal, and I mean, even my ride that was picking me up got there last night at like 8:00. And they had just started working on it, so I was like, "Well, we got to kill some time to see if this works or not, so I can see if I'm driving it home or if I'm not driving it home." And I'm just getting, because I start work tomorrow. I have to go back to work. Summer hiatus is over. It's a 2003. It's a 2003 Honda Civic LX, which apparently, according to the guys working on the car, is like that was like the worst model year for engine problems. Like,
sounds like it. Sounds like a fucking. Doesn't sound like a Honda.
And so I guess apparently the master cylinder, the throw for the clutch on the master cylinder has to be calibrated into a very specific like measure, and like they just couldn't quite figure out what it was. And like Killer was looking up this morning, and there's like 28 steps to set that thing. I'm like, bruh. So he's like, "Yeah, I know you need your car, so we're just gonna be jamming it out until we every day until we get it done." So hopefully, I find out when I get off of here, I'm gonna call him and see what's going on with that. But I mean, yeah, that's been an ordeal. I was kind of just stuck too because it's not like they had a lot of gas to drive around. They were dealing with some stuff. So it's not like I got to go just drive around. Stoneman helped me out. He got me a little cash. Working with him. Help me get some food, help me help them out a little bit with some stuff too,
Yeah, of course.
Help me do okay at the blackjack table until I went over.
And that kind of reminds me of what DTP and what Ryu were saying earlier. It helps in more ways than you could imagine to have a network of brothers that we can be there for,
sure.
and that can be there for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Absolutely. And I
that's
think,
what it's
you know,
about,
and
man.
that's
Iron sharpens iron.
and that's kind of what comes back to the topic of the show. You know, one of the things, you know, there's a lot of stuff that's weighing on my heart lately, and one of them is the decision to it's like way past time for me to actually go pro, but like leaving Street Beefs for that. Like this is gonna be our last MMA fight in Street Beefs at the anniversary event, and while it sucks, I won't get my get back on Big Smash for that illegal elbow. At least not in Street Beefs. You know, it's rough, man, because I did a Shinigami fight last summer, and it was fun and it was cool, and I enjoyed it, and it was a good test. And I feel like even though I didn't win, I still had leveled up, you know.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
the vibe is just so different, dude. Like you go to a Street Beefs event and you're hanging out with everybody all day, and then as soon as it's over, everybody like links up afterwards.
Yep.
And like at a sanction event, you're just kind of sitting there waiting to go. I was like the main event, so I was last. So you're just sitting there and they're calling everybody and that room just empties out, and then it's just you're just like in there with your thoughts, bro. And you're just like, bruh, 7 hours later. Like,
Dude.
it weighs on you, man. It's crazy because when you're in Street Beefs, you're not really thinking about how long you're there. You know, you're talking to people, you're watching fights. Like the audience is all fighters. It's a whole nother vibe. Like it's just such a unique.
So then don't leave it, you know? Like, yeah,
You know?
do your
Well,
thing
that's why I
too, but
started that
you always got
combat
a home.
karate division. That's why I started the combat karate division, so I could still compete once in a while, work my striking and all that.
Oh, I see.
I was
Well,
like, I'm gonna go pro, but I don't want to completely not have something I can do in Street Beefs that kind of
There you
it
go.
would be fun for me, you know.
we have a correction here.
Okay,
We
fair enough. It wouldn't have happened without Ryu, Senin, and shout out Young and Lavish too, you know, because without those two fights in one day in that same style, I don't think it would have taken off. But people beforehand, you know, when they heard it, were like, yeah, I don't know, that's gonna be fun to watch. Next thing you know, dude, people are like, we're just going crazy for it with me and Ryu Senin, and then when Young and Lavish and I fought later that day for a second combat karate match, everyone was like really into it just after that first one. It was like crazy.
Yeah, I ref the Young and Lavish fight, and even though I didn't really know too much, I didn't know the rules 100%. That was a lot of fun to ref and to watch, you know.
Yeah, you actually did a pretty good job. Because if you actually watch the actual karate combat, they break those clinches up real fast, standing up like you were doing. So that was pretty good.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't mind Zed giving us time to work because sometimes those throws take a little longer than that to set up. But you did an excellent job of keeping the action going.
Yeah, I was trying my very best to keep the action going because that was my main thing. Is I didn't want people to watch that and be like, "Oh, there's too many lulls or there's too many stalemates happening," and so I wanted to keep it intense. That's why, like, I was kind of like yelling at you guys, like, "Turn around, let's go, fight now, let's go." Type of shit.
Yeah, we were tired though. That was that whole event was crazy. So many fights and all that. Yeah.
You guys
for
fighting
sure.
the first one.
By the way, shout out Ryu Senin. The dude is like the yin to the yang, man. He's like my brother on the other side of the country. With like, it's crazy how similar our like instructor lives are, dude. It's crazy. I'm sitting here listening to him. It's like, bro, that's how I am with my students. It's wild.
That's cool. I last show I was saying that each one of us have a doppelganger from another branch, and you guys are each other's doppelgangers for sure.
That's so crazy. And I was actually shocked to find out he was from New Jersey because, like you guys were saying, he sounds like he's from over here. Like the first time
he sounds like a Cali boy.
When he's like, "I'm here to make Taekwondo great again," I'm like, "This dude sounds like he's from LA or something." What?
like the IE at least, yeah.
I was like, this dude went to the OGR. Sounds like he's from over here instead of signing up for West Coast. What's up with that? And then I found out he was from over there. I was like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
That totally makes sense. And like I was telling him, like he just feels West Coast, you know?
Yeah, it's crazy, you know, when you have students and you get to guide them through life and try to keep them from making the same mistakes you did if you made certain mistakes, and you know, inspire them and stuff like, you know, obviously COVID shut down, was a big hamper on a lot of stuff. And during that time, a lot of our students like grew up and moved on to bigger, better things and got out of here. But I still hear, I talk to some of them still, and like one of our best students before the COVID shutdown wanted to be a neurosurgeon. I think she's doing something a little different now, but she was doing like college classes while she was in high school, like, and still doing karate and competing, winning championships. Like it's crazy. And I got another student. He actually stuck around. He's gonna actually probably be making his Street Beast debut early next year.
Oh shit! No way.
Yeah, he turns 18 in December, and he wants to do MMA. And I was like, all right, we're gonna get your feet wet because Street Beast ultimately, aside from the community, the most important thing it is a trial testing ground to see if you're like. It's a good place for hobbyists who don't really want to go too serious, right? Like, make a career out of it. But it's also a good place for people who do want to make a career out of it to really see if they're about it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And the real test is if you're dealing with someone who's really putting it on you or someone who beats you, right? Because anybody can win and feel good about what they did, right? But to stay in it after taking some L's, and I've taken some hard L's in like some
you have
nasty native, bro. Oh God, dude. Like no,
but what up?
Yo.
That kind of stuff, a lot of people would quit after getting knocked out like that. Like they'd never come back.
Bruh, that was nasty. I watched that shit up close in person. And let me tell you, bro. Let me tell you, he's built different.
Yeah, he is.
Different. But I mean, like it's
No, what up?
So I told him we're gonna start fight camp in September, and when you turn 18, we'll get you in the Facebook group, and January or February we'll aim for making your Street Beast debut, and we'll see how you like it, and then we'll work on getting you into some sanctioned stuff.
Put him in the group now, so he gets acquainted before he goes.
No, I think you got to be 18 or older. I think that's one of the requirements.
No shit. I didn't know that. Okay, never mind. Stay out of the group, kids. No kids allowed.
I don't know about that, but I don't see a point in putting him in the group until he can sign up. You know what I mean? Because he loves martial arts. He loves the whole thing. He's real eager. I've taken him to the lab to do jiu-jitsu, especially before the karate dojo opened back up, because he lives over here. So I'll take him to jiu-jitsu once in a while. I was paying his mat fee, and he was getting experience with that. Like his family's kind of in a tight spot. So like I got him his jiu-jitsu gi, and me and my sensei will cover his
What do you think about that?
Bro, he would slaughter BHN. They're not even the same weight class, dude. Like he's way lighter. He'd slaughter BHN.
Wow. I love it. There we go. Shinny's out. He'll be back. Hopefully he'll be back. I think.
It's the damn website. They need to fix that shit.
Man, pretty soon I'm gonna be the last man standing on stream and shit.
Yeah, for real, man. You got favoritism or something.
No, what happened was I accidentally knocked the camera plug out. I'm not at home right now, so
you're on a webcam?
The computer's a little lower, so
nice. Yeah. Hey, but respect for helping out your student though, And Nogi, this is not Shinny's room. He's at someone else's house.
Yeah, I'm basically I do some gig work for this dude, usually computer stuff. This is kind of like the office, but the paper organization is a little rough in here. I'm just in charge of all the digital stuff.
Yeah, so, dude needs a clerk to go through his documents and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, he's very particular about going through the stuff himself. So
I see. Yeah, that's how I am with my car, dude. My car's a filthy mess. Fuck. But my wife always trying to clean it, and I'm like, no, stay away from my fucking car. I'll clean it myself, and then I never have time to clean it.
Yeah, I get it too, because like when I clean my car out and stuff, like I want to know where everything is, and sometimes I'll find stuff, and I'm the only one who knows where I want to put. So it's like,
hey, but sometimes she'll just go and do it while I'm asleep, like on a Sunday, and I wake up and I'm like, damn, you did a good job, thank you, I appreciate that, So. It's always nice. I'm just a stubborn ass.
I mean, we're fighters. We gotta. There's inherent stubbornness that comes with what we do, right? Like
Yes, sir.
you can't get in there and do it if you don't have that like a certain level of being stubborn. Like there's a minimal amount of I don't care what you hit me with. I'm gonna stay in here. Like you got to have that will, dude.
Speaking of that, fighting and
Nah, man.
I think what he was gonna ask or say, and I'll let him clarify when he gets back, is we can see, at least for me, when it comes to the stubborn thing, I can really see that you have that stubbornness
sorry
because
about that.
you've taken some crazy losses. But go ahead, Stoneman, what were we gonna say?
Yeah, what I was saying was is that speaking of persevering and all that good stuff, coming off your controversial last match where the decision was overturned, for those who don't know, due to illegal 12-6s, about 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Coming back from that, how are you feeling going into another fight and fighting what 2 months later?
So I mean, it is what it is. I really wanted to fight Big Smash. Like he agreed to the rematch in August. I told him August is going to be it. Like I originally was going to try to make my pro debut this month, but because of the concussion, I had to wait. You know, and that made fight camp a little challenging. I couldn't really do sparring until like the last couple of weeks because don't need to be getting cracked in the head like that.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. It's just another bump in the road. I mean, you gotta like like I said earlier, you're either about it or you're not. And
Exactly.
if I'm gonna go to the next level, I can't let something like that, stop me from going on. And Do was a good test. He's coming up from a lighter weight class, but I've sparred with him. He's got a nasty right hand for his weight, and him coming up a little bit, that's going to be an even nastier right hand. So I mean, he's going to be. There's been a few benchmark tests, and he's definitely up there in that grouping of people like Nasty Native and 2 Ton Tony and
Yeah.
like Nerd Rays. Like this is where I really get to see where my level's at now.
Yeah.
I mean, one way or another, I'm still going pro because it's time to get paid. But I want to see where I'm at, in dealing with like the guys that are that skilled. Because Duba's a beast. Duba's a monster. His fight mentality is just I'm coming in hard, I'm coming in straight at you, and I'm gonna break you as quick as I can.
Yeah, he has big ass fucking hands too.
Yep. And his jits ain't bad either. I've seen his training videos of him rolling with people. I mean, he's dangerous on the ground too. So that, like I said, he's a test everywhere.
Were you nervous when they told you that Duva was going to be your next fight?
No, because I actually had enough time to kind of put a camp in for it.
Oh, okay.
Like there's been a couple of discussions of having that thrown around before already, but it was always like on super short notice. I'm like, nah, dude, I take Duba too serious. Like I respect Duba too much to just like from sparring with him before to be like, yeah, you're not throwing me in there with Duba on 2 weeks notice. I'm not doing that. I need to train for that man. He is a beast.
So with saying he has a very very hard right hand, do you think going into this fight that's one of the only things you have to really worry about?
Not at all. Like I said, I've seen some of his grappling training, like rolling with people, and he's dangerous on the ground too. I still feel like I have a little bit of an edge there, but then again, I haven't seen his stuff in a little while either. I don't know. Last time I asked him what rank he was in jiu-jitsu, was a blue belt, like kind of fresh blue belt. I think that was 2 years ago though. He could be a purple belt too by now.
Yeah.
But he definitely has submission skills, and he's very athletic. So I mean, I don't know how much going up in weight's going to slow him down. But I mean, he's a long, lanky, tall, very athletic, very tricky, very explosive fighter. So
he would hold the weight pretty well, pretty much.
Yeah, because he's tall. He's like 6'4", 6'3", something like that. He's a little taller than me. So he can carry the weight for sure.
Plus, a little bit of life sustaining fat is actually good for cardio. So it might just be that he just has another layer of fat that he can burn through while he fights, and he probably won't have any trouble moving with that extra weight.
I mean, I guess it depends on how you get the weight, right?
True.
Yeah. Well, I mean, really, I take it for me personally. Me and this guy had 2 MMA rounds yesterday. When he puts that belly on you, man. You start thinking about things differently. You're like, hold on, how am I getting from under this shit? And then he just
he puts that thing on you.
And that was the mistake I made. I was so like intent on beating Big Smash as quick as possible in the first round that when I got the hip toss, instead of doing the thing that you're supposed to do, which is take a second and get position first, I tried to dive straight for his arm and get the submission, and I had nothing controlling his body. If I would have dropped my weight, things would have gone totally different. But I was like, everything's a learning experience in Street Beast, right? I mean, in general, but you know, that was the whole thing about it was I got a little overzealous for something, and I learned not to make that mistake ever again, because that almost got me killed. Literally, man. Dude, if one of those elbows would have been a little further over, I could have been dead that day.
I was so like, I was trying not to like, panic on the live stream, and I was trying to keep myself together. But like Wade had mentioned before, like I was kind of scared to death, bro. Like it was like real concern, and I was. I was
afraid to watch it myself, dude. I was afraid to go back and look at the live stream because everybody was like freaking out about it, and I was actually glad that Rachel was actually asleep. Like she was having some issues sleeping, so she was actually passed out when the live stream was on. Yeah, TME was bad for that, dude.
He was on interviewing as you're getting resuscitated. He's like, and back to me.
Like, potentially dead, and all he wants to do is talk. My fight with Uncle Bunga didn't go the way I wanted it to. Like screw Shinny, he hit me in the back of the head when we fought, so I don't give a crap that he's out. Like even though it was my fault for turning my head, and he made the adjustment to stop hitting me in the back of the head when he realized that was going on. I was told, like
he comes on screen. The first thing he says, he's like, if he dies, he dies.
Yeah, I was like, bro, what?
That's fucking hilarious.
Brawler over there asking me about his day.
I mean, to be fair, I get why because Brawler was live streaming. I get that they wanted the camera kind of off of that for kind of optics because we're trying to keep Street Beefs safe. We don't want Street Beefs getting shut down for dumb stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I get it, but yeah, TME was bad for that. It was just like hogging the camera and making the whole thing about him, dude. It's like, bro. I don't know why he took that. It takes that whole fight we had so personally. Like, bruh, it wasn't like the way he tries to make it out. But yeah,
no,
I mean,
it never is. It never.
But
is.
I mean, it is. It's just one of those things where you just you sometimes you got to get put real close to the flame to learn that you screwed up bad, not to make those mistakes again. Because like
that happened to me. That happened to me in sparring recently. I was sparring against this pro fighter. I don't even know his name, but I got a little complacent, and then boom, I ended up getting cut on my eyebrow, so I had to stop sparring for like a whole week and a half.
Yeah, I was sparring with this professional fighter at Syndicate's, like Romanian dude, heavyweight and everything, and that was a learning experience too, because I was.
Are you talking about Mike with the beard?
Mike, yeah.
Yeah.
He was. There's certain people that have a certain level of experience, and you know it.
Yeah.
And you know when they're toying with you. You just know when they're toying with you. You know when they're letting you hit them just because they're toying with you. And he's in a handful of people I've trained with like that. Like, but the difference was since he's more used to more like full contact type stuff. Like he made it like very well known that he could have really knocked my block off if he wanted to when he landed stuff. Like it hurt.
Yeah,
like it's crazy. Like. He was going a little harder than the other guys were on me, but he still like you could tell he was not going as hard as he could have. Like it was insane.
Yeah, he saves that right hand.
Ryu Senin has an idea. You should embrace a Super Bond fight style. I don't know what that is, but I'm assuming you do.
There's more time.
Kinda. I don't know. I mean, maybe. My goal is actually trying to be a little more like the heavyweight Machida.
Okay.
But
okay.
Because that was actually got me in MMA.
I wasn't done earlier when I said when I said the whole your weight distribution, but also your little hip toss, man.
Yes.
You lead into it so smooth when other people, it takes them a while to set up, and you're kind of like, oh, nah, that's fucking. You're not about to hit that on me. But for you, you.
Shout out to IFC. You got
Shout out
this,
to
Shinny.
IFC, man. I appreciate it.
Third round submission, they predict. I'm not familiar with IFC. What is that? Do you know?
It's a fighting promotion, I think.
Very cool. Thank you for tuning in, IFC. We appreciate you and your comment. And
Yeah, no, you roll into it.
Appreciate
You roll into it so smooth, bro, that it's just like I think you caught me like 3 or 4 times with that shit, bro. I was like, ah. Or I just
Hip
had to
toss is
grab your belt, like.
Hip toss is my favorite thing, dude. Like if I actually have time to think about what I'm doing in a grappling fight, I'll try and get a hip toss in there if I can, or a sweep of some kind.
Yeah, you might be able to dump it on their head.
Right.
Yeah, hip toss is a pretty big, like, in American Kempo, you're really only on a couple of takedowns, and the main two are like Osoto Gari, which is kind of universal for most martial arts that teach takedowns, and like the hip toss. And so I got really good at doing the hip toss in karate class, and then learning jujitsu and stuff actually just improved that, because then I got more variations like Uchimata, which is sort of a like half hip toss, and then you got Tayatoshi, Haragoshi, Ogoshi, all that stuff is just, that's what made me dangerous with the hip toss. Just years of doing it. So it was like the head kick. It's like I landed that on quite a few people in there too. Like I set it up.
Yep.
That's a man that knows what the fuck you're talking about, because I didn't know there was other names for it.
You didn't miss much, Chile. You didn't miss much, but it's definitely worth going back and watching. We had DTP on, then Ryu Senin, and now we have Shinigami. So
all those names they're just there's slight difference in approach. Like Osoto Gari, you're using your hip, but it's more in the center line. You're actually lifting their leg that's closest to you up with your leg as you tilt their body forward.
So it's a halfway.
Tayatoshi is something you can flow off of that with, where you step just outside their ankle. Haragoshi, you have your leg a little higher. It's more of a hip toss, but you're still picking your leg up. Ogoshi is more like a trip, but it's all based on that same kind of rotation.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Like, it's like low, medium, high type shit.
Yeah, it's like the general rotation for a hip toss has multiple paths, like depending on how far you go. And
it's the same rotation that you would use for an arm throw.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when we learned it in the Marine Corps, they taught us the mechanics for the hip toss, and then we used those same exact mechanics for the arm toss.
Exactly. You learn that's what it comes down to. You learn some mechanics, and then there's all kinds of branches that come off of that root, is what it is.
How much you weighing now, Shinny? They ask.
I was 260 when I left for Vegas, and due to that whole situation, I kind of put a couple of pounds back on. I was like 266 this morning, but I'll burn all that off this week.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all. That's way less than I thought I gained, and actually, I probably gained a little more than that, because I actually went. It was crazy. I got food poisoning or something before I went out there. I don't know, it was food poisoning, stomach poisoning. Literally the day I went out there, like I went down to Redondo Beach, started this Kempo school, and then I went out there. But when I left, I had like 100-degree fever, and the liquid shits, man. And it was,
bro. I caught a fever and I caught liquid shits last week. I thought it was because I was drinking too many rock stars.
For the record, I haven't had any liquid shits in a while. All right.
Bro, it was so good. I had to take a day off work and shit. It was bad, bro. But then once I stopped drinking, because I was drinking like 4 rock stars every day. Damn. So now all I drink is water, and I'm feeling much better.
Yeah,
I'm convinced that's what it was.
Yeah, I mean, I was drinking water, but like more was coming out than you could put in, I actually looked really sucked in for a couple days there.
So how about them Lakers? You guys see the off-season games?
Man, I haven't given a shit about the Lakers since Kobe retired. Like what?
Bro, what is
it?
Dude?
No, I know. I'll just make a conversation.
I don't know if there's a stomach flu going around or what, but yeah, I guess apparently something's going around. But yeah, I spent almost a week just.
I was only out for 1 day. And then I was good. But yeah, no.
Well, sometimes when you get something like that, the rest of the symptoms will go away, but your gut problem will still be there. You gotta like eat just. It's called a brat diet. I learned that the first time I got food poisoning.
Applesauce or soup.
Bananas, rice, like plain steamed white rice, applesauce, and plain white toast.
Nice.
And
So because
it'll fix you right up after a few days, and it did. You know,
I don't want to end. I don't want
Oh,
to end
no.
on a shitty note, but because of time and because of other technical issues, we're gonna
shitty.
close out the show. Shinigami.
yeah. Sometimes, bro, shit
You
happens,
gotta let
right?
it go. Yeah.
That's young and lavish. No, I love you, bro.
Ask Young and Lavish, he said. I'm gonna let the people figure out that one on their own.
Damn.
Well, hey, you know what? I've done two amazing things in my career: retired someone in my first fight, and made someone shit themselves in the ring. That I never even thought I'd do either of those things.
That's something you can
So,
take everywhere.
Since we're talking about it, if y'all don't
once in a
know,
while, I gotta brag about it a little bit.
Just a little bit.
If the people at home don't know what we're talking about right now, during the karate combat fight with Shinigami and Young and Lavish, it appears that Young and Lavish shit his pants. And
Hey man, he took a trip to Vegas. You know what I mean? He came back too soon.
Hey, but it's all good because
he caught that shit coming.
He's really cool about it. He's like, yeah, shit happens, you know.
Yeah,
Chela says I ate 800 calories for 3 days, and on the fourth ate a bunch of meat, and I think that change fucked me up. Yeah, who knows, man? Who knows?
It might have been the fat content in the meat. If you weren't eating meat like that and only eating 800 calories for 3 days, that'll do it.
Yeah. I mean, look, hey, we could talk about shit all day.
Yeah, but let's not. Hey, so at the end of the day, Street Beefs is great. It's a great mixed bag of people who have all had some very interesting struggles. You know, I could relate to what Ryu was saying, and I can relate to what DTP was saying. I mean, I grew up without a father too. My dad died 11 days before I turned 1, and it's
oh fuck.
You know, it's there. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff I don't talk about for my personal life. But you know, this is a good time to kind of bring it up because it's relevant to what was said earlier. You know, and you gotta navigate things on your own sometimes. And then, you know, I had an opportunity to raise you know, my stepdaughter, and you know, she was there that first fight.
Right. Shout out to Annabelle.
Yeah, shout out to Annabelle, and you've met her, right?
Yeah.
Because I introduced you to her that day, and it's like, yeah, man, you know, you get an opportunity to be the father you didn't have, and if you're really good about it, you don't screw it up.
Yeah, no, and even if you do screw it up, there's room for forgiveness. You know what I mean? Yep. You can't hold yourself to too tight of a standard, because if you do that, then you're gonna just have this idea about yourself that you're not good enough. And I don't like to ascribe good or bad to myself. I just be who I am and just live my life.
I mean, yeah, you got a point. I think what I was getting at though is more like we're all human, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect. You're never gonna get it right every time.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So you got to count it as a win when you make a mistake, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been, or as bad as the mistakes that were made with you, right? Like that's what I meant.
No, that I can definitely relate to that, bro, because there's a lot of times where I fuck up and I'm like, okay, it's not the end of the world. It wasn't good, but it could have been much worse. And so that's what I'm going to focus on and just move forward from there, you know?
Yeah, man. But on that note, I'm for sure happy to see you back out in Cali, man. I'm glad you made it safe. I hope your car does the same pretty soon, you know, and definitely hit me up when you're back out here, because we never got to go play pool or whatever, or even sit at the table.
Yeah, I don't know how you missed me at the spot. I don't know how I missed you either, because I kept looking around, I was looking for you the whole time.
You know, I walked in, went to the bathroom, came out, sat there. I didn't see you. Yeah, but that's neither here nor there. We still got time, you know.
Yeah, so, and I'll be out there again. You know, I'm if certain things go right in the next couple of months, I might have a better opportunity, and I'll either be visiting more often or potentially seek an opportunity out there and just move out there.
Yes, you know? That'd be sick.
There we go.
One way or another, I'll be out there to hang out a lot more because I love Vegas. And since, you know, I know a lot of people out there now, you and Battleborn and everybody, I ain't got to go out there and do this stupid touristy stuff. Now I can go hang out with you guys and do stuff that's not going to cost me $1 million. not going to be around in the football.
Yep. Well, hey man, listen, it's been great talking to you, and because of time, we need to close out.
Thanks for having me on, man. I need to get some sleep anyway.
I do appreciate it, man. Have a great night. Get plenty of rest. Oh shit. Have a great night. Get plenty of rest, and we'll be seeing you next time, big dog.
You too, guys. See you when I see you.
Yo, be safe, stay safe.
Hell yeah.
Another good one, man.
Yeah, what a good show. Got real deep on that one, especially with DTP. My heart goes out to the guy. I love him like a brother, and I just want him to know, if he's still watching, I'm here for you for this and for anything. Just hit me up anytime you want. And that's for anyone watching. Ever need to talk? Hit me up. Hit Stoneman up. We're always,
unless you're asking for money, because I'm not. No, I'm not sending you $5. I'm not sending you $20. I don't care. Okay.
He said, I'm not giving you food money. None of that. But, all right, we'll close out real quick before any more technical issues happen.
Oh yeah.
It's been a great show.
10 more seconds.
It was cool chilling with you, Stoneman, and everyone.
Always.
Love y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Wow, man.
Shout out to Hard in the Fight. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? That's right.